Good morning. It's April 21st, Saturday. I'm out in Paulding County, Georgia. I'm going to go out to Sheffield WMA. I went turkey hunting out there back in February and saw a lot of turkey tracks and deer tracks and things like that. There's an old, looked like a fire line cut, and they burned, did a controlled burn out there. So hoping seeing those turkey tracks back in February was a good sign, and we'll get out here and find a turkey. So last time I went up a ridge mountain, I sat in my blind and tried to call a turkey in. This time my plan is to do a little different. This one, there's not any clearings or grassy areas. It's all wood, hardwood. So I'm going to walk this fire line and call about every 5 minutes. And then if I hear a turkey, I'm going to sit down and sit up against a tree and kind of get some cover and try to call them in. I did this time. I did bring an old turkey fan from a turkey I shot when I was a teenager, and I'm gonna put it on a stick and just set it out there, and hopefully that'll bring them in a little closer than just the call. So it's about 8 o'clock. I'm about to be at my location, and we'll see what we can do. Well, out here at Sheffield WMA, I didn't see any turkey. There was a guy in the spot that I wanted to go to. It's just what happens on public land. But I did sat in this little field for a little while. And then after I didn't see anything for about an hour or two, I decided to get up and just go do a little exploring. I love walking through the woods and just seeing what I can find. It's pretty interesting. I found this little area. There's a little creek right here. I came down a little path. I heard some water. So the path kept going down by the creek, and I came across the creek because I saw something. It's pretty interesting over here. There's an old car over here. I mean, I don't know how it got here. But yeah, there's an old car sitting right over here. It's really old. Been there for a while. There's some interesting square rocks. They're man-made. There's piles of rocks that look like they were laid purposefully. So this is some sort of old home site, I would assume. It's pretty interesting. There's a really old tree right here too, and so I'll run through some pictures, but it's really cool. I'd love to bring a metal detector or something back here, see what I can find. But there's also a lot of what looks like maybe some scrapes or some where turkey have been, but I've called and haven't seen anything. But I'll show you some pictures of this area. So down here at this old site, I just had an interesting find. I think I've connected the dots. With the stacked stones, there's also an old barrel right there. The old car, things like that. I think this may have been an old steel site, a long time ago. The last little link in the chain was there's a major creek, or not a major, little small creek right over here. And there's this water coming up. So I walked up to the side of this hill because there's a big hill behind me to see where the water was coming from. And if you look right here, the water is coming out of an old metal pipe. So the water, there's obviously a spring here or something, and water's coming out. Water's clean, really clean and cold. So I would say it's probably a spring. But let's see what else we can find.